How's it going? You know, I'm chilling. I'm playing everyone's favorite deck, the Demon Seed. Right? Everyone loves the Demon Seed. You do. We all do. On a treadmill, sorry. Yeah, I've been my favorite for a couple months. Oh, okay, sick. Yeah. It's a fun deck. Talking about Dungar Druid, which, if I make these videos chronologically, would have been yesterday's video. And if I don't make them chronologically, it will be a future video. You never know. You never know what Marshy's going to do. You can make Mildred the Christmas video because we are giving the gift of cards. Do I have to play Mildred now? I was maybe not going to. That's a really good idea, Guapo. Oh my goodness, now I have to do that. Alright, well, let's see. Today is Christmas is the 25th, right? That's math. So this would be the Christmas video if I was posting it chronologically. And now I want to do Mildred on Christmas. So if I was going to do that, if I end up doing Mildred to play it on Christmas, to have it, to release it on Christmas, I'm not going to do 2 Druid videos in a row. So this will probably end up being Friday's video. So enjoy that information. All right. My opponent didn't kill this on my turn. Interesting. As a Marshy fan, you love to see it. Oh yeah, the math is different now. I was calculating for 10. We did a chat. We made it to 12 damage. 12 damage. I do love when this inside baseball makes into the video itself. Inside baseball. Is that a reference I'm not getting? Is there like an inside the baseball, behind the scenes iconic thing? Insider info? Were you doing text to speech and it came out as inside baseball? Oh, it is something. Inside the baseball is like behind the scenes. Okay. Wow. Now we know. Now we know, chat. Okay, well... I guess no crystallizer in my raised dead pool is fine. Ooh. Remember earlier today I was like, is Hearthstone even that good anymore without Dark Lair? Pashisha. How young I must have been earlier this stream. Do you guys think 17 health for 0? Is that good? Is that a good card? Thoughts? Run that by you. What do you think? Sounds terrible. Yeah, it's pretty awful. 17 for 0. The game within the game, how day-to-day things really happen. Baseball is fun, but imagine playing it every day, playing the same people for 3 to 4 days at a time, getting little injuries that don't heal, trying to pick up little ways or tricks to win. Is that what we learned in Behind the Baseball? I don't know, man. 17 health for 0 mana seems pretty overpriced. Yeah, a little overpriced. Just a bit. Just a little. Just a wee bit. Also, I can do it again. Why does this cost 6? Did they cold feet me? Well, I wasn't thinking While I wasn't thinking, just an average Martian day. Oh. Do we get to see this shine?
Your tour ends here.
Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Okay, I do this. Did I run out of ways to damage myself? Rude. I can't get this all the way to 0. I feel like I'll take the free 5 and also have a Molten Giant over just doing this. Wow. $17 for 0, should have traded it instead, you're right. It's funny how this deck takes the most useless standard cards and makes them OP. Is it really? Like these things just don't pan out in standard. I don't know what's in the water, but I've seen so many paladins coin and or curve play Cold Feet, and I don't know why. Coining Cold Feet like on 1 or 2? Interesting. I think depending on the hand, I could see how that would be good, just because... Wait, aren't they just dead on board? I could see how, like, depending on what deck you're up against, that could slow your opponent down and allow you to, you know, retain your lead on board into turn 3 or 4, but yeah. All right, bigger guns. Yo, what up, Keith? How you doing? Fun deck, great nerfs, 10 out of 10. Yeah, exactly. You love to see it. Should I do the good thing this time? I never do this. Everyone always tells me how stupid and bad I am at the game. You know, we just tour guide first. It's the same as... But like, okay, so it restricts my options, right? Now I have to, like, play this and possibly float a mana. Like, I could have saved this for a more interesting turn later. If I had done this on turn 1, I could have just tapped turn 2, which so far is seeming pretty appealing to me, right? Like, you know, if I don't find anything worth playing, now I have to trade this. That's my turn. When I could have just saved it. Well, okay, it worked out. It worked out, chat. Fine. Fine. Who tells you that's good? Why are we tour guiding first? Oh, it's tempo, right? So as like you tempo the tour guide on 1, and then you can quest and tap the turn after. It's this like better than doing that in the opposite order, assuming you have something to do with your other mana. But yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it. Like, cause like the tempo just doesn't really matter that often, right? Like, whatever. Good play worked out. But that play is fancy. Oh, okay. It's fancy. Is that what it's been about the whole time? I'm not a fancy guy. I'm a bit of a doofus, actually. Does not matter to draw last, so I guess we won't. Like drinking tea with your pinky raised? I think you only do that with a second 1-drop. I think it matters what deck you're playing against. I think you probably never do it against something that's like a slow value-based deck, but you maybe always do it against something like Shadow Priest. I guess depending on what the rest of your hand is. I don't know. Any Solarium enjoyers? So far so good. Wow, this actually did work out fine, just fine, if you ask me. I don't know if anyone wanted my opinion. Well then. We're up to 6. For Raised Dead Purity. That's not a bad Raised Dead. 0 for 9. 0 mana, heal 9, and that felt a little low value. I'm used to playing a jillion million, chat. All right, time to get in what damage I can with my board before I can never, ever damage with my board ever, never again. Except they're not playing Velen Death Knight. They're playing complete the Draenei quest Death Knight. I just noticed. All right, this is the level of opponent you can expect from talented player Martian Boo, right? Only you can tell the Martian MMR is phenomenal considering how amazing the opponent's decks are. How much do I care if I get ratted? I think the answer is 0. I don't think I care. Oh, I do care. I do care. I totally care. All right, like, cause I don't know. I think the likelihood that they have a Velen Wombo or a rat or something waiting for me is pretty low. Just seems bad not to play this Molten Giant, you know what I mean? Serenite Chain Gang was great 5 years ago, but there's actually, so this Velen card, trigger the battle cry and death rattle of all Draenei you played this game, it has taunt. So it triggers Serenite Chain Gang's battle cry, which makes a copy of itself. So it actually goes infinite just between 2 cards. And so they think they get to win now. All right. They're like, oh, I got off my wombiest combo, so I must win. But we don't need our board, chat. Right? We don't need our board to win the video game. All we need is our special spaghetti soup. I'm gonna go ahead and overtrade just to make a bunch of space. I'll freeze this because I don't feel like taking its damage. We'll win probably next turn. But yeah, see, like, I can't get rid of this now. It's doing other stuff too. Look at it go. Said what I meant and I meant what I said. Okay, fair enough. Do you think Crystallizer is saying crystallize or crystal eyes? I think she's saying crystallize. Hey Martian, do you remember how I was deeply sad they killed my character in Guilty Gear? How I was deeply sad they killed my character in Guilty Gear, got reworked. Well, they reverted the rework due to community outcry, but didn't take away any of the buff they gave it in compensation, and he's arguably the best character in the game now. Merry Christmas to you. Hey, good luck. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. What did I lose to this patchwork? Nothing important. Perfect. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. There's the mass production. There's the mass production, chat. I do see. Wee. Their card is bad because they're dead. It's true. It is true. It's very true. What were they thinking? Coming to a Demon Seed fight with an infinite taunt value? Get wrecked, bigger guns. How do the nerfs affect this deck? Well, you can't play Dark Lair and 1,000 mass productions in a row anymore. And you have to deal 6 more damage to yourself in order to activate Tamsin. I think Wild is more balanced now compared to Standard. People are complaining a lot there about combo decks with no tech cards. Marshy tossing away the OP turn one play. It's true. Wild is a dirty obligation for Blizzard, like taking out the trash. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about before. It's like it exists as a necessity. They prefer you to play standard, but they can't not have it, or else they would have to compensate for rotations. I hate this card so much. I haven't had to play against this card in like 2 years, chat. I feel like it's been a really long time since I've had to play against an R. And I don't have any additional patience for it. I don't like. I'm just as unexcited to play against it now as I was the last, time I played against it. Also, should we have Touch of the Nathrezim in here? I feel like we have a jillion cards and we can afford to run Touch of the Nathrezim. I would say take out Domino Effect, but that was really good at that one time. Hanar back to 1-5. I've always said Wild was funner. I do appreciate the Wilds. All right. Here. I was thinking I want this for a fresh Hanar, but it's got Dormant. Is killing Hanar literally impossible, chat? Is it a pipe dream? I'd rather play against Hanar every game than Secret Mage once for the rest of your life. Interesting. I super disagree. This is like if Orion cost 2 mana. I just, the only thing worse than your opponent playing a bunch of secrets is your opponent playing a bunch of random secrets. Disgusts me. Wow, I played the Counterspell and the Yogg, and I was rewarded. Oh, Wild Growth just for Marshy? Oh, please be dead. Please just be dead this time. Just be done. I don't want it anymore. Please. Oh, I'm free. Chat, I'm free. I'm actually free. It's surreal. My shortcut for how unfair Hearthstone cards is I ask myself, is this worse than a Lucia? Inevitably, the answer is no. I look inside myself and ask, what am I willing to put up with today? And the answer is not this. Yeah. At least this deck is funny. Secret Mage is not funny. I actually like playing Secret Mage. Hanar, like, you weren't playing when Hanar was recent, were you, Guapo? Or were you? I feel like stuff. But, I don't know. Random secrets, I just don't like playing against it, and Hanar is a giant pile of them. Time to find out what the rest of their deck does. Or is Hanar Spam Rogue a real deck? No. I think Draenei Death Knight might be more real than chat. Okay, you might not believe this, but here, look, I'm at Diamond 1. Okay, this is the Diamond 1 meta is cards decks. It's not my fault. All right, I'm so good of a player, chat. I could have traded first. All right, and that would have been really efficient of me. Instead, I decided not to do that because you know me. I just gotta do stuff. Seven. Okay. Play from Old Gods to Rosticons and then Nathria to present. Okay, so you skipped over the Hanar times. It feels like a much more obscure card these days than it used to be, for sure. I'm Hanar. I've never been as tilted at Secret Mage as I was by Hanar when Hanar was more common. It's just, like, I don't know. It's worse Secret Mage to me. What do I have in the ETC? It's really hard to tell, right? Whatever you do, don't look at this section of the screen, all right? We don't talk about that section of the screen. You're really glad you dodged a Lucy at times. I just don't know if I could have handled it. No, it was brutal. It's easily the worst card, like easily the most frustrating card to ever exist was the Lucia, in my opinion. I'm getting Tamsin now, right? Yeah. We do this in this order, I guess. Yay, Tamsin, yay. Chat. Our hero, the Demon Seed Boo. All right. Finally gets to do his Demon Seed stuff. Wow. Ceaseless Expanse. Well, I'm doing this. I guess I just heal. Yeah. I really wish they'd unnerfed Naga Sea Witch. I think it would be bad. Because, like, for Naga Sea Witch to be good, like, you can do that with Aviana right now. Everything that you can do with Naga Sea Witch can be done with Aviana. And Aviana is more tutorable than it's ever been, right? So, like, well, I guess not, right? If your deck is full of giants, I take it back. So, like, in addition to Aviana, you'd have two, like, Naga Sea Witch. And then you find any of the three, and you can dump whatever giants you have in your hand. And if you don't, like, your opponent just clears them. You did 36 damage to yourself, and you still have 34 life. That's how it's done. Fair and balanced, as they say. It's fair as long as I'm the one doing it. I'm not killing him this turn, right? So we should do this. Ba, ba, ba. Wow. Where's my Hearthstone? Could probably find it pretty easily, huh? It's a shame to not mass production there, I guess. But we found the Hearthstone. To what end? It doesn't do anything anymore. I take it back. All right. It's fine though, right? Like, look at this. Look at this. Okay, without the Finley, what are we gonna do? Nothing. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Naga Sea Witch was my first exposure ever to Wild. It scares the dickens out of me. It scared the dickens out of you. Okay, yeah. Like, I don't think it'd be very good today, but it'd be funny. So, like, all that is to say, I think they could, if they really wanted to. They could unnerf Naga Sea Witch, and I think it would end up being fine. I didn't have to do that in that order. Why do something in the right order when you can do it in the wrong order? You know what I mean, chat? How do you guys like my opponent's chances? I think... Okay, yeah. I mean, we're just gonna kill him. So, I don't think we have to worry too much about overdrawing. Oh, it just have lethal, right? You think they died? I think so too. Hearthstone useless after Tansin cut? Yeah, we gotta cut it. It's gotta be dead. It's gotta be dead. Get it out. Get it out of the deck. Deck seems, well, I was about to say this deck still seems surprisingly viable, but that was turn 10 against Cards Rogue, so I don't know if that's really a good test. All right, chat. Final boss. Final boss, chat. Do you think Denathrius would be fine unnerfed and wild? I do, but also my standards for what is fine is different than other people's, so I mean, I'm fine with things being powerful. I'm not fine with them being so powerful that they oppress everything else out of the game. And because of Astalor, I think most of what Denathrius can do to the game is already possible. But as far as like the negative aspects of it, everything that's negative about Denathrius can already be done with Astalor and with Alex and with Dungar Malagos. You know, like that type of stuff is already happening. But it enables things like even DK could play a big finisher now if we had Denathrius. So I think it's a pure positive. But I'm looking at it from the aspect of like, what does it enable? What does it disable? And a lot of people look at it from the aspect of, is this going to kill me sometimes? And if the answer is yes, they don't want to ever lose. So they don't want it. All right. So like it's that was a very cynical way for me to put it, but it's how I feel. I could have done broom coin defile here, but I didn't feel like it. Like I kind of want to save my coin, and also I kind of want to get more out of this defile. You missed Denathrius? Me too. I miss Jailer both more. I'm shocked that the Jailer didn't get unnerfed when it went to wild. Like I always felt like there was a chance that Denathrius wouldn't get unnerfed. I think it definitely should have been unnerfed, but I always thought there was a chance it wouldn't. Jailer, I was pretty confident would get unnerfed, and I'm surprised. Like that combo is worse than any other combo that the decks that used it could play, but it's funny, right? So I don't know. I think it's pretty sad we didn't get the Jailer back, and a little sad that we didn't get Denathrius back. Maybe they see Jailer as future proofing. I think they don't want to unnerf anything that's a combo. Like any kind of combo win con, I think that they don't think it's worth unnerfing, which is why I will be sad if they don't unnerf Odin, because I thought even Death Knight was really cool. So if they don't unnerf Odin, I'll be sad. But Odin ends games, right? It ends games from off board. So any draw lasters? Where are my draw lasters at? 0 mana heal for 10, but that's trash. Chat. 0 mana 10. It's terrible. They didn't unnerf Jailer and they printed Renal and Ranger. For shame. They're gonna be so sad if Odin does go back to 8. Yeah, I just like I kind of like. Here's what's gonna happen, right? Like, Reno is gonna get his effect back, and Odin's gonna stay at 9, and I'm gonna uninstall Hearthstone. Like, I feel like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't know what to say, other than the thought of that sickens me. I really think Touch of the Nathrezim should be in here. Don't you? Don't you, chat? I'm still praging that they'll revert Splish Splash Whelp. Yeah, if only. If Reno gets unnerfed, I'm gonna be so mad. He better just go back to 8 and effects stay the same. Yeah, that would be fine with me. I'm gonna be mad too. Well, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna be sad or indifferent or something. I don't know. I kind of like lost my ability to be sad that I don't get my way when it comes to these things, which is probably healthy. Well, I'm not gonna draw with this, right? I'm definitely gonna Hearthstone. So there's no cute like rush this into this I can do right now. I don't know, do I risk it? Because if we get Ray's dead, we win. And I can otherwise heal. Aww. Too bad. You think you can just win? Yeah, I was pretty confident we'd win over the next turn, but how cute would it have been if I could have won by rushing the Molten Giant in? I think it would have been cute. Opponent dead on board? What a rookie. What an absolute rookie, chat. Alright. It's taken me 23 days to get to Legend. Where do we enter? Place your bets now. Oh! I like...
Back in my day, I used to enter at like 30. Nowadays, I struggle to stay in top 1,000.
Marshy legend point inflation. You hate to see it.